My message in this video is be careful. Be careful with the people you surround yourself around. Be careful with don't be so quick to jump on what you think is an opportunity. You know, hello, my loves, and welcome to my channel. Sincere I am, because I am sincere to you. Okay, guys, listen. Today is going to be a different video, okay? I want to talk to you guys and tell you some of my life experience, okay? So I want to share with you all my Diddy story. Yes, my Diddy story. Okay, now listen. I'm going to tell you when I met Diddy, okay? So I met Diddy, I think it was back in 1998 or 1999. I told you all I'm a woman of a certain age. I'll be 50 next year. Okay, so listen, let me get straight into this story. Okay, so I met Diddy through a guy who did his A&R at his company. I met this guy, I'm just going to say his name is Sam, okay? So I met Sam in Chicago, where I used to live, my hometown Chicago, okay? And I think I was 22. I just turned 22. It was the year that Biggie Small died, right? So if I subtract 20, add 22 from 1975, yeah, that was 2000. I mean, that was 1997. Okay, so this is the year that Biggie Smalls died, and the Bad Boys is up here in Chicago, and they did a concert, and then they did, you know, the after party they went to. It was called the Click. You know, those who are from Chicago, they know about the Click before they changed the name to E2, and they had that Stampede, but it was called the Click. It was on 20-something in Michigan, right? So I was there with my cousin, my sister, and my friend, and we was celebrating my birthday because it was, you know, it was around my birthday time, right? So Black Rob, y'all know Black Rob. I'm gonna insert a picture right here. He's most famously known for his song "Whoa," like whoa, like whoa, like whoa, like whoa. You know that song. So anyhow, Black Rob came downstairs from the VIP, and he came downstairs and invited me upstairs. I took my friend with me. My cousin and sister wasn't there, but I took they wasn't at where I was at that time. So I took my friend with me. We went upstairs. When we got upstairs, Black Rob started acting funny. Right? I said, hey, don't leave me, because I didn't know those people up there. He's like, yo, you good, you good. You know how those New Yorkers are, right? Mad aggressive, right? He's like, yo, you good, you good. So anyhow, the guy that I said name was Sam. He was over there, you know, dancing and stuff. So he was like, yo, come on, come dance with me. I'm like, okay. So I go over there and I start dancing with him. We kicking and having fun. I'm telling him it's my birthday. And he telling me it's his birthday weekend too, because my birthday is November 22nd, 11/22, okay? And his birthday is November 26th, 11/26. Now, I remember it because it's the same day as my firstborn birthday, okay? So anyhow, so we was up there partying and dancing and everything, right? So we end up exchanging phone numbers. When I was going downstairs, when I was leaving, Black Rob was like, oh, I see that you got comfortable. You found somebody to kick it with. And I just looked at him, I smiled, and I just walked down the stairs, right? So me and Sam stayed in contact with one another. Fast forward the next year. I'm in New York City, and I'm out there visiting my family, and I'm also pursuing modeling, right? So I reached out to Sam. And he's like, yo, you in town? Let's kick it, right? So we kick it and stuff. We end up at Daddy's house. Now, they all in the studio. And at this time, guys, I had a desire to rap, right? I wanted to model and rap. But my youngest child father told me, oh, you sound like Trina. And listen, no shade against Trina, but at the time I couldn't stand her voice. I didn't like her voice, right? And you know, when he told me I sounded like her, I'm like, oh my God. So I kind of like, you know, silly of me, because listen, millions of people love Trina voice, right? The baddest chick, right? So anyhow, so I gave up on rapping and stuff. So I had told Sam one of my raps before. So he was like, trying to get me to kick my, the flow. They was all in the studio. It was Black Rob, I think Shine, and it was some more guys that was with the G-Dip or G-Dep, whatever their name was. They was all in the studio, right? And I'm like, no, I ain't gonna bust my rap. I ain't gonna do that because I was shy. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Part of the reason that I have insecurity about my voice is because I was always teased about my voice. You understand what I'm saying? As a kid, I was told that I sound retarded. And I had a problem with being tight-tongued because, when you speak, your tongue have to reach to pronounce certain words, your tongue have to reach the tip of your mouth. And my tongue is too short. It won't reach the tip of my mouth to pronounce certain words because I open my mouth too wide. Anyhow, long story short, so that was an insecurity I had, right? And what helped me with the insecurity is YouTube. I'm going to talk about that in another video. So I wouldn't bust my rhyme for them, but I have bust my rhyme for Sam before. Now, if y'all want me to hear my rap, let me know. I tell y'all about it, right? But no matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of it because I remember the flow. It was like, battling. No, I ain't going to do it. I'm going to do this one. Okay, it's going to say, a star was born 11/22/75. Not knowing what she had in store, parents call her pretty brown eyes. But things changed. Daughter not the same. She got a bad habit. Daddy schooled her to the game. Wild and buck. Niggas trying to bust nuts. But all she wants is to hit the back of the armor truck. Down to her luck. Patience running short. Catching cases going back and forth to court. Robbing you, but not giving to the poor. This grimy chick from the shy is only out to score. Okay, guys. There we go. I can't believe I did that. Anyhow, let me get back to the point of the story. So Sam was like, won't you bust your rap? And I'm like, no, because I was thinking that the insecurity in me, thinking that he was going to try to make fun of me, right? So long story short, I always say that and the story be long. Anyhow, they in the studio and they all smoking weed. I never smoke or drunk, right? So they in the studio, they all smoking weed. So we get up. I have my McDonald's. I'm hungry. Sam give me this CD. He said, hold on to this CD. And he was like, watch this CD. He was like, don't guard this CD with your life. I'm like, okay, right? So I'm like, what's going on with this CD? Later on, I found out that was the master copy to Shine album that he just finished recording. So Sam thought that the dudes was trying to get him high for they could like steal a CD from him, because if you got the master copy and you the first person to put the music out on bootleg, baby, you know what I'm saying, you get a lot of money, right? So anyhow, we leaving out the studio. We standing in the hallway with inside the studio, right? Diddy walk up on the side of me right here. Guys, I'm 5'7". I don't know if I had heels on, Timbs on, or whatever. I know Diddy wasn't that tall over me, but I do remember he had a big head. I remember thinking like, damn, he got a big head. But I was like, I'm not going to lie. I was starstruck, right? I'm like, oh my God, Diddy is standing right here next to me. Like, who's going to, and in my head, I'm thinking like, who I'm going to tell? Who going to believe me? Who can I tell? Who's going to believe me, right? So anyhow, I go in the back room. I go in the back room to eat my McDonald's. So I'm sitting in the back room to eat my McDonald's, and where it's also like the little waiting area, the break area, and you have to go through that room in order to get to the bathroom. Diddy walked through that room twice, and he kept looking at me, right? Y'all know how Diddy be looking like. Terrible, I know. So he kept looking at me. So later on, me, Sam, and Diddy, other homie, he's brought up on charges. I'm not going to mention his name, but we all get in the car. So we go to a club. We get to the club, right? I don't think I said Diddy was in the car with us because he wasn't. He was in his own separate car. We get to the club. Tretch there. Baby, Tretch is so fine, but I'm going to stick to the story. I'm going to tell y'all about him another time. Tretch there. A lot of rappers there. Faith Evans and her husband there. So I remember we all go over there to the one little section where Faith Evans and her husband at. But wait a minute. Let me rewind. Before we get to the section where Faith Evans and her husband and the other people are at, Diddy come walking in the club with two women on each side of his arm, two Latino women, two Hispanic women, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I think at that time he was dating J-Lo, because I was like, dang, ain't he dating J-Lo? And he just walked in with these two Hispanic women on each side of his arms, right? So I looked at him and I said, I waved, I like hi, and he give you that look like, I knew then he was a character anyhow, right? So we go inside of the VIP area, right? Faith Evans offered me to smoke some weed. Sam introduced me to Faith Evans. And she's like, hey, what's up? And, you want to hit this? And I'm like, no. I was like, I don't smoke. She's like, oh, man, that's good. Don't ever start smoking. That's good. Blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, we leaving from there. Sam, like, Diddy was asking about you. I said, word? He was like, yeah. He was like, he wanted to know what you was mixed with. I said, mixed with? He was like, what is she? And I told him, she black, man. She from Chicago. And he was like, nah, man, what she mixed with something, man. And he was like, she got to be Dominican or something. He was like, no, man, she black. Now listen, let me tell y'all this. In Chicago, you see people with my features all the time, right? But when you go into an area like, if you go into a state like California or New York City, whenever they see anybody that's black with a certain type of skin tone or color eyes, they automatically assume that they mix with something, right? So to him and to a lot of people in New York City, they used to think I was Dominican. I'm going to insert a picture right here of how I used to wear my hair, right here, right? So I used to wear this little curly weave, so that added to it, my skin tone. I don't know if my eye color is showing up. With my skin tone and my eyes and that hair, before weave was real popular, people really thought like, oh, okay, this is my hair growing out my scalp, and I wore it well. I must say so myself, right? So anyhow, he like, yeah, Diddy was feeling you. Diddy, he was into you. He was asking about you, all this and all that. So then, I don't know who else was in the car with us. And he was like, yeah, Diddy loved them mixed, right? I said, well, I'm not mixed. I'm black and black. You know what I'm saying? So that was my encounter with Diddy. Right, I went to New York a whole bunch of times. I did a lot of their promo stuff. They have the look, I want a bad boy t-shirt, I want a bad boy hat, so he gave me that, and I took pictures in it. I'm gonna insert the pictures, right here somewhere that I took in there. He gave me the number to contact the people to get into modeling for the videos. But I was already a mother. I had 2 kids. I was a mother. I had 2 children by the age of 19. I'm about the age of 20. Was it 19 or 20? I think I had 2 kids by the age of 19, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I turned 20 in November. So by the age of 19, I had 2 daughters, right? So I wasn't, and I was still shaped and I was still fit, right? But I was still worrying about my image and how I was going to look. I didn't want to do no videos and all that stuff, because that's when videos had just started getting raunchy and girls were showing a lot of their bodies, right? But they was getting paid more money than what they're getting paid now. Now these girls showing their body for free, honey, just on the gram. But anyhow, so my point in telling y'all this story is this. For a long time, for years, I regretted not taking advantage of what to me looked like an opportunity. I regretted not going ahead and busting my rap, you know what I'm saying, and letting them hear, because they was all rappers and writers. If they liked my flow or they liked my voice, they probably would have wrote for me, right? And I would have been probably part of the Bad Boys, crew, right? And then I regretted, like, man, I ain't take advantage of, dude trying to holler at me, but I was so young, and I was like, I can't deal with a guy cheating, because I couldn't deal with the regular guys cheating, you know what I'm saying? But I was thinking wrong, because you're going to get a guy's going to cheat on you regardless. You dating somebody with some money, honey, you're going to get money. You could wrap yourself up in the fur or look at your diamonds and be like, oh, okay. You be forgiving the guy who cheated on you just because of love. You understand what I'm saying? But anyhow, long story short, I regretted not taking advantage of what I thought was an opportunity, right? So it dawned on me when this stuff came out with him and what he did to, Cassie. I said, man, that was God protecting me. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't miss out on no opportunity. That was God shielding me and protecting me from what could have happened. When I look at how he took advantage of all of his rappers, all of his singers, all of his artists, let's just say, when he took advantage of all of his artists, and they don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? They got something, but they ain't got nothing really. They not getting no royalties or nothing, no publishing deals, right? That could have been me, where he would have took advantage of me, you know? So my point in this video is that sometimes you think you missing out on a blessing, or you didn't miss out on a blessing, but it's God protecting you and shielding you because he got something better for you in the future. Now, I haven't reached my better yet because, guys, I've been dealing with life. You understand what I'm saying? But he still shielded me and protected me from the stuff that could have happened to me. Because look at all these people that's coming forward talking about what had happened to them. Now, let me also say this. This is in 1997. This is before he was the big mogul who he is now. But we all knew that he was going to be an icon that he is now, right? And he knew it too, right? He has, nobody can take this away from him. He has a gift with picking out talented artists, okay? He has a good ear for music, you know. He know how to market himself. He know how to market his people, right? That is his gift. Now, all the other stuff that he did, baby, that could be what we all consider a curse, you know. But what I want to say to you guys now is that sometimes things happen in your life for a reason. And you thinking like, okay, I missed out on this opportunity, but you didn't miss out on that opportunity. It just wasn't your season, and it was God protecting you, okay? Now, I know they say take advantage of every opportunity that come your way. And you can try to take advantage of every opportunity that come your way. But babe, when those doors close, don't always try to reopen them, because sometimes that's God closing those doors for you won't walk through them and get hurt. So, like I said, I lived with a lot of regrets about that, of me not taking advantage of those opportunities. But when I found out about what Cassie went through, when I heard prior to what Cassie went through, when I started looking at all the stuff of what Mace was saying and what the other artists was saying about him, I said, girl, listen, you ain't miss out on nothing. That was God blessing you, because I know my temperament. You know, and we from, I'm going to tell y'all know how we are from Chicago, baby. You know, we bar none over here. You know, and I was young, wild, and buck and didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? So my message in this video is be careful. Be careful with the people you surround yourself around. Be careful with, don't be so quick to jump on what you think is an opportunity. You know, pray and ask God for discernment and to show you what you should do, who you should be around. And if this, what you think is an opportunity, if this opportunity was really sent from him, okay? And never, ever, ever have regrets. Now, that's easier said than done because everybody has some regrets, but never let your regrets fester in you. Because one thing that you would know is that, I'm not even going to say that, because I was going to say if it's meant for you, it happened, because I really don't believe in that. You know, I just believe in this, that everything happens for a reason. And you may not see the reason now, but you will see later. And I'm going to tell y'all, I used to didn't believe in that saying that everything happened for a reason. I'm going to share with y'all another story that when I kept going around for years and years and years saying that I don't believe everything happened for a reason. I don't believe that. God proved me wrong. And when he proved me wrong, it almost cost me my life. I'm going to share it with y'all in a later video. But guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.